Hi everybody, Burn Bright viewers, it's Renee here, and I'm finally doing a video for Marion DePierre's channel. I only promised her like months ago that I would do one, so I am doing an interview for Krista from the Cubicle Blindness, and she writes for the Burn Bright website, and I'll put all relevant links in the doobly-doo in my pants, so hooray! Burn Bright readers, The Night Creatures is brilliant. Okay, so the first question here is a very fun one, and Krista asked me this specifically because she knows that I'm a fan of the Night Creatures series. So, if you were to write fan fiction based on the Night Creatures novels, who would your main character be, and what would the rough plot line be? And that makes me giggle because I'm not going to deny it. All of the fan fiction that I read these days is essentially smut. And if you don't know what smut is, that's pretty much the fan fiction equivalent of written porn. But I only like reading very intelligently and well-crafted smut. So it has to have a plot line, it has to have legitimate character development and interaction. There has to be substance to this smut. And I'm not ashamed of that. It's damn fun and often very funny, and sometimes quite emotionally engaging as well. So I think for the Night Creatures, the character that easily interests me the most is Lenore. So I would certainly want to see some of his backstory. He'd definitely be my protagonist, and I'd want to see some of his backstory. I'd want it to be from his point of view. I'd want like maybe some journal entries or something going on in there. I'd certainly want to explore his relationship with Nath, or Retcha, and yeah, I just think it would be interesting to see something from his perspective, like the whole, not just focus on the events that we've seen unfold in the two Night Creatures novels thus far, but to go back and to see things that haven't, you know, like to see the stuff that has been going on behind the scenes, if you like, while we've been off journeying with Nath in other areas. I want to see what's been going on with Lenore, so I think it would be cool to write a fanfic from his perspective. And of course I'd put some smut in there somewhere, but I would never ever be able to actually write smut, so I appreciate those who can actually, you know, craft that kind of thing, because that takes skill and that takes balls, and I would never be able to do that. So I tried writing fanfiction a few years ago, but I didn't get very far, but I did try, and it was kind of fun, but yeah, I couldn't write smut. I love reading it though. Question number 2. Oh, bless you, Krista. I know that you like a strong female lead character, it's true, in your books. As a twist, who is your favourite male lead and why? Defending the other side. Well, one of the most obvious answers is, of course, and I hope that everybody would answer this, is Harry James Potter, because he's lovely, and he's just genuinely human and flawed and brave and conflicted, and he's, oh, I love you, Harry James Potter, I love you. It's difficult for me to choose a male character because almost all of the books I read, and this isn't a conscious choice, but almost all of the books I read happen to have female protagonists. That's just the case, and they're almost all written by females as well. So, 2 that I could think of. I really liked Cameron in Going Bovine by Libba Bray. I think that he was a very realistically drawn teenage boy who I still felt sympathy for. I was still kind of disgusted by at times. He just came across as as a very real young man, and I liked following his experiences in that. He had a strong narrative voice, and I liked him. And then another one, which is interesting because I've yet to actually finish this book, but what I've read of it thus far, I really like Mackie in The Replacement. I like him because there's nothing absolutely extraordinary about his personality, and yet that makes him just more believable for me, and I feel more empathy and sympathy for him and his plight and the fact that life's pretty sucky for the poor guy, so I quite like him in that. I know that someone a lot of people really like is Ethan in the Caster Chronicles, and I've only read Beautiful Creatures. I've yet to actually read Beautiful Darkness or Beautiful Chaos. But I mean, I like Ethan, but I think my problem there is that he comes across, and this will sound horrible, but he comes across as being too much like a female character who just happens to have a boy's name. I think he's very sweet, he's genuinely lovely, but something about the way he's written, I just feel like it's the idealized version of what a teenage boy would be. I've never had the good fortune to meet a teenage guy who is like Ethan is, so I kind of loses a bit of credibility for me there. I think it's a bit of a dream scenario of what a young man is, but Ethan's still very sweet. Question number 3. What is one direction you would like to see your YouTube channel go if you were able to spend more time on it? Well, I've asked people recently for suggestions as to what I could do for my channel, and there were lots of suggestions there. One thing, ideally, I know that people really like to see high definition videos and better quality videos, and if they like to see things being edited and, you know, a smoothly constructed video. I don't usually provide that because I don't have the time. Well, in my head at least, I don't have the time, and I don't have the skill, and I don't have the technology on my computer. And the last two are very legitimate reasons, I think, to not be doing that, but I would like to someday maybe be able to present videos of the kind of quality, visual quality that you see in like Priscilla from the Readables channel, because I know that that tends to amp it all up a notch and people appreciate it a bit more. So yeah, maybe one day I'll amass the skills and the means to do that, I don't know. Question number 4. Name one author whose works you would buy without even reading the summary or the title because you know that you would love it no matter what. Again, this is an answer I hope everyone would say, but Jo Rowling. So there's rumours that she's doing an adult novel, I believe, and I will totally read that. 100% going to read that. Melissa Ma, I think, is someone, I mean, I bought her adult novel Graveminder, I got that one, and I will happily read anything she writes, I think. If I could, like, going back in time, someone whose works I've read an awful lot of, and not just the Anne of Green Gables series, is L.M. Montgomery, because I just like her writing style and I love the characters she creates. There was someone else I was thinking of, and I've forgotten. Isabel Carmody. I think I would read most everything she's written if I could, because again, I love her writing style, and she has a number of series out there, so there's options for reading. I'm sure there's other authors I can think of. It's funny though, because a lot of them are long since deceased, so they're not about to come out with anything new, but I would read and enjoy as much of their work as I could. I know, like, obvious choices for a lot of people would be people like Dickens or Austen, because you have a large number of works to choose from anyway, and people tend to enjoy them all. So I think anyone who can craft very strong characters and scenarios, then you feel like you're kind of in safe hands no matter what genre they tackle, no matter what sort of protagonist they deliver for you, no matter the format of the work. So it's just, people you feel personally very safe with to read anything, and certainly Jo Rowling, I think I would trust her with my life in reading terms. So yeah, I look forward to reading other stuff by her. And those are the questions for you guys, so yay, burn bright, baby, that. I thought I'd just want to say that. And if you have not read the Night Creatures series thus far, then please do try and get your hands on it. We are still working towards getting an international release for the books, and I really hope it happens soon, because everyone deserves to read them and experience the awesome. So that's all for now. Thank you, Marianne, for getting me on your channel, and I will get some more videos for you, and hopefully see you at Supernova. Zippy, hooray! Oh dear me, you poor lady. And thank you, Krista, for asking me these questions, and that's all for now. Bye everyone.